Building robots we can relate to emotionally. That's just one goal the industry has set. But what about genuine relationships between humans and robots? Is that possible? Can robots interpret emotions? Can artificial intelligence have real feelings? AI and emotion. That's our topic on today's Shift. Researchers the world over are working on humanoid robots. Machines that resemble people as closely as possible. They are computer brains capable of artificial intelligence and meant to serve as genuine partners. The sex industry in particular hopes intelligent sex robots will be real money makers. So far, most sex robots have been made to appear female, look immaculate, and be eager to please. But they don't come cheap. Depending on the features, they can cost up to 10,000 euros. What makes them so special?
This is one of the sex industry's machine humans. It doesn't really seem all that human. Its facial expressions are rather limited. Female robots are called gynoids. Their male counterparts are androids. Unlike conventional sex dolls, very few sex robots equipped with AI have been sold to private persons. These robots have heads with what's called a responsive interface. This is where the artificial intelligence is housed that enables the robots to interact with their environment at a very basic level. Engineer Sergi Santos of Barcelona researches with sex robots. His machines have sensors that register when the doll is being spoken to or touched.
For example, if I touch her in the hand,
can I multiply this feeling? Can I feel this forever?
Data from the sensors are processed in an artificial brain. The robot then responds with various emotional states: friendly, romantic, or sexy. Most sex robots like these have been shipped to special brothels. Places selling robot sex are cropping up all around the world. 1 hour with this robot in Barcelona costs around 100 euros. The United States is planning adult entertainment centers that advertise a loving, respectful relationship with sex robot partners. Suitors have to approach the machine of their interest with care before taking things further.
Seducing or even loving a robot? What does the robot get from it? They can't truly feel anything. Or can they? This is a question for Japan's best-known robotics researcher, Professor Hiroshi Ishiguro. He became famous after building a robot clone of himself. Spooky or spectacular? Either way, the Japanese government is subsidizing his works with millions of euros. The aim is to bring man and machine closer together.
What we are doing now is that we try to implement the desire and the intention to the robot, and then the robot can become more human-like. Can have a more human-like communications, interaction with other people, and the robot can understand the people's intention.
We wanted to see for ourselves. In Hiroshi Ishiguro's lab, one test subject confronted Erika the robot with rejection. Do you think her response is authentic?
Are you sure you wouldn't want me as a teacher?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I wonder if everyone from Canada is so narrow-minded about robots. I'm done talking to you. Please don't come speak with me again.
With enough training, robots can appear to have an emotional response. Using machine learning, artificial intelligence can adopt an appropriate emotional reaction to a given situation and demonstrate it with facial expressions.
I'm happy. I'm disgusted.
An impromptu conversation between Sophia the robot and German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Here, outside of the lab, Sophia's answers and expressions are often less than convincing.
To be honest, this evening we're all quite sad.
She looks sad too.
Some say, to experience genuine feeling, robots need the ability to experience pain. Reflex responses to pain or fear, triggered by hormones, helped our ancestors survive.
Robots will never be able to feel like humans because feelings and emotions are a product of evolution. So without mortality, without sickness, without pain, there is no way a machine can really feel and can really understand what feelings are.
Artificial intelligence can mimic emotions and show proper responses. That does affect the humans present. The robot's human-like movements create a stronger bond between human and machine.
We see a real problem there. I think that we should always be aware that computers are our slaves and robots are our slaves. They should do what we tell them to do, but they shouldn't fake emotions because that can be misleading for the user of a robot or an application. We should never tell people that robots are companions for their private life. Robots are just machines, and they should be treated as machines.
That's a tough statement. Sure, I can agree that first and foremost, robots are machines. But to consider them slaves? They do the work that we ourselves cannot or would rather not do. There's plenty of examples for that. Social and service robots are already on the job, and they can be more or less humanoid. Often they wheel around in the service and entertainment sectors. A bank in Japan has them greeting customers. At airports, they can provide information in many different languages. At a library in Germany, they help people find the books they are looking for. So the better artificial intelligence can understand people, the better the interaction. Is this customer annoyed? Is that child scared? Is this patient stressed? The robots have to be able to spot feelings like this quickly and reliably. It's called affective computing, and this is how it works.
Please look me in the eyes so I can recognize your face.
The slightest movements in your face can reveal a lot about your feelings. Social robots like Pepper scan these so-called micro-expressions. It's just one of the ways they assess humans' emotional states.
In the case of emotions, whenever you are sad or happy, then you show different expressions. So your mouth looks different, and your eyes look different. You need to take many pictures of people with different kinds of emotions, label them, give them to the computer, and then the computer learns to find the features that are associated with an emotion.
This is how machine learning works. Algorithms are trained to recognize certain patterns. The software does this with learning data, and it's only ever as good as the learning data provided. If the data is flawed or biased, the software learns to draw the wrong conclusions. After interpreting enough data, artificial intelligence has learned to gauge a person's emotional state and react to it. But AI robots can also register other parameters, such as your heart rate, using a smartwatch or even a built-in camera. An elevated heart rate slightly flushes your face. Analyzing a person's voice can also provide information about their emotional states. Few robots can utilize all these methods, and no artificial intelligence has yet been able to interpret human emotions with perfect accuracy.
Really? And here I thought robots would soon be taking over the world. That was sarcasm, something robots rarely understand. Even so, experts are expecting the market for humanoid robots to grow over 50% by 2024, with Eastern Asian countries, especially China and Japan, leading the way. Robots are already members of some Japanese families. The Yamashitas from Tokyo chat and play music with their robots.
I don't know if he knows what I'm feeling, but he says comforting things at the right time. And Mama, I love you.
My friend and partner, the robot. Senior citizens' homes in many countries, including Germany and Japan, are already experimenting with the idea. In Japan, they've made great strides. That also has to do with Japanese beliefs.
Many Japanese people believe that inanimate objects have souls. So robots can too. Besides, they're practical. they can help replace caregivers in Japan's rapidly aging society.
We're trying to train more nursing staff, but there aren't enough. We need robots and we need more foreign personnel. I think both are necessary.
That explains why the first test runs with robots are so interesting for elderly and other patient care. Pepper entertains and coaches the residents of a nursing home. His 30-centimeter-tall co-worker, Paolo, does too. Humanoid robots help the human staff and sometimes even fill in for them. The seniors here have been responding well.
Sometimes the people cannot trust the people, right? Always, especially elderly, they are feeling pressures, from normal people, but they don't feel any pressure from the robot. So robot can be a good conversational partner especially for the elderly.
This robot baby seal reacts to touch with childlike noises. Seniors who suffer from dementia pet them and enjoy how they respond. Social robots are being tested in other medical areas as well. Some researchers are hoping to use them to improve the social skills of autistic children.
Robots are the perfect combination. They're social enough to get people to respond to them, but they're not too social that they provoke any kind of anxiety.
The therapy seems to be working for Robert in Connecticut in the U.S.
His interactions became more consistent and his eye contact became more consistent. It really just showed me how bright he is and how quick he is.
Robots can help people and interact with them, but I don't think they can replace humans when it comes to personal relationships. And on top of that, what does it even say about our society if we use robots to care for the elderly or as sex partners? Personally, I'm not thrilled about pretending that robots were human. We need to see things for what they are. Interacting with them changes us too, and might reveal more about who we really are. Do we need regulations for dealing with robots? Let us know what you think on YouTube, Facebook, or at dw.com. That was it for Shift. Thank you.